All right, guys, this is DJ REM from Rock Addict Radio, and I have Keith from the band Double Standard on the line. How you doing today, my brother?
I am doing wonderful, man. Wonderful. It's beautiful here in Virginia.
Same here in Michigan. It's about 85 right now.
85 in Michigan? Wow, bueno, man.
It's supposed to get up to about 90, so.
And we're still hanging around 70 today.
Dang. I'll trade you.
I just got to give up the flat land and come to the mountains. It's harder to breathe, and the roads are harder to drive.
I was just in Falls Church about a month ago.
Really?
Yep.
Wonderful.
That's pretty nice there.
Mountains.
Yeah, I didn't get to go through the mountains, unfortunately. So. Okay, so obviously I just have you on the line. So, but if you can mention yourself, obviously, and then the other members of the band and what their spots are, we'll start there.
All right. My name is Keith Dunaway. I am the bassist and vocalist for my band Double Standard, and I've been doing it for this band for 12 years with my brother Mike Elstock, who is on drums. And we got a guitarist named Justin Dunbar.
Very cool. And how long have you guys... Okay, you mentioned like 12 years for yourself, so has everybody been together for 12 years then?
Oh, my God, no.
So how's this lineup worked out?
This lineup is new. We've had a couple of different lineups. It's, you've been in a band. I mean, it's sometimes they come, sometimes they go. Sometimes it's hard to keep them focused on the big picture,
Right.
But we've had this lineup now for about 5 years, and we're getting ready to go do shows and get back out there and get to doing what we love to do.
Okay, well, very cool. I wish you all the best and success with that too, man.
It's not a big deal, not a big problem. We're ready to go.
Very good.
And we got shows booked up. I mean, we start in August. We got shows, and we're pretty much booked from there to Christmas.
Very cool. Very cool. So
I love getting out there and doing it. And we got a new album coming up, a new guitarist, and I mean, we went through what you could call a band's atomic bomb version of an atomic bomb. We come to the other side with a new guitarist and a new CD on the way.
Nice. And where are you recording at right now?
We're recording at Waterfront Studios in beautiful Covington, Virginia.
Okay. And then some of these tracks are any of those tracks you sent me recorded from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of the tracks I've sent you are recorded at Lively Sound in Lewisburg from our first album.
So a couple things I want to say here. One, thank you for being a avid listener of Rock Addict Radio. Totally appreciate you showing up for the shows, man. It's very great.
I love it, man. I'm down there on the ground level checking out underground music. I mean, before it's popular, and I always like it because, at the same time somebody's checking out my material too, and for the first time going, that's not bad. So it's important to give that kind of to give that an ear, to give that music an ear.
Yep, and I agree. And thank you so much for sending me your tracks because here you've been sitting in the chat and this is killer. So this is killer. So
I am very proud of Double Standard. I mean, in a very short period of time, we racked up well over 350 shows. And then, like I said, we had a band atom bomb hit, and then it dropped off. But within 3 years, we worked up over 350 shows, and that's playing back-to-back every weekend.
Yeah, that's busy.
And sometimes, playing during the week. I mean, it's not a lot by professional band standards, but by going out on the weekends and playing professionally. I mean, that was enough there where I quit my job. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a professional musician, dude.
Right.
That's what I do. And I'm very proud of that. And we held the band together as much as we could. Me and the drummer stuck together, but we started this thing together, too.
So why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about how it all started in the beginning?
In the very beginning, way back in 1988. Me and the drummer have been playing together that long. And we've been in the state out of 450 bands here in the state of Virginia. And in the state out of 450 bands here in the state of Virginia. And, we've been playing together off and on in different bands for a while, and we decided, you know, why in the hell are we playing these other bands? We will be playing together, dude. I mean, you're a drummer, I'm a bass player. Shit. As long as we stay together, hell, at least we got a rhythm section, you know?
Right.
But it didn't turn out that way. We turned out having a really good band, and, you know, finding the people that we needed to fill the spots. And we've been playing pretty much steady since then.
So often do you guys practice right now?
How do we practice? We try to keep it down about 4 days a week.
That's still pretty busy.
Well, we got to stay with the family a little bit, you know.
Right.
The wives get kind of ticked when we're too...
Here, man.
And then it's, you know, going out and playing
Here, man.
and then it's, you know, going out and playing bars and things like that. I mix my originals in with the cover tunes that you're forced to play if you're going to play a you know, full bar set from 9 o'clock till 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So we got it mixed in with a bunch of other stuff, and you know, people seem to like it because they keep coming back. And when we're gone for a while, you know, they'll come up and go, "Where the fuck have you been?" Yeah, so it's nice to have a nice legion of fans, and in this region anyway, it's pretty cool. I appreciate each and every one of them dearly.
Yeah, very good, man. And I totally dig you guys. So you guys definitely have that style that's right up my alley. So I appreciate it.
Now,
keep doing what you're doing.
Just good old punk rock and
yep.
metal, and I'm a huge Maiden fan. I am. Just Steve Harris is God. That man is totally badass, and so, and Black Sabbath, all these influences. Plus, we live in an industrial town. We've got everybody around here that's in a band has a really depressing kind of sound. Said E minor. Oh shit! Here comes more smoke at us. Oh shit! Oh, I can cuss, right? Because I can't help myself sometimes.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Ah, cool. I speak fucking rather fluently. I don't even know I do it sometimes.
I hear you. So what are your, you kind of touched on some influences, but you know, what got you into music, and just what kind of influences did you have that made you want to do this?
My dad was a guitarist, and we always had musicians around the house all the time, and we'd always go to shows, you know, be tagging along behind, and you know, he had this beautiful Gibson J45, and it sounds, I got it today, it sounds so clear that it made me want to play. It's a pretty sounding instrument, and it made me want to play guitar because it's awesome.
That's cool, man.
And
so do you still use that guitar at shows?
Yeah, well, no, I use it in the studio.
Okay.
I don't bring it out much because it's a 61, and it's getting old.
Yeah, need to protect it, definitely.
Yeah, I don't want to bang it up too much, but I still use it in the studio because I still haven't heard a guitar that sounds as good.
That's cool.
I mean, I've played them all. I mean, Taylors, Takamis, Yovations. I'm like, oh, man, give me my Gibson, please. And, yeah, I'm a big fan of them, too. And, you know, another thing is, you know, Mom and Dad would put on a stack of records to sleep to when we would go to sleep at night. And I'd go to sleep, you know, in the cradle listening to Black Sabbath, Jethro Tull, you know, Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me. Oh, my God, what a fantastic album. I would get to sleep listening to all this great music. And, you know, it's just so far at the back of my subconscious, I can't get rid of it.
Well,
I love music.
Those are some good bands to listen to. Oh, yeah. I dig all those bands. Those are great bands.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, as far as metal goes, I am such an avid fan, mostly because I earned that shit, man.
Right.
I mean, around here, they would take your Satanic or it had the devil on it. My own mom, Satanic, or it had the devil on it. My own mom broke my Alice Cooper Killer record because of the song Dead Babies. Of course, you know, the baby did cry, and I kept playing that part over and over again where the baby cried. And my mom did just give birth to my little sister. Maybe she was a little weirded out. I don't know.
Right.
But she broke it. But, yeah, it was kind of rough around there, man. You literally had to fight for your metal. if you want to listen to heavy metal around here, you had to stand up for it and say, "Oh, fuck you, buddy. You get the hell off of it."
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. My first metal album, well, I don't even know if you want to call it metal, but was Motley Crue, Shout Out the Devil, and because of that, the Shout Out the Devil intro on that was it. Mom was like, that goes back. She was done with me.
I know, why?
I don't know. Crazy. I should ask her that sometime.
They never have a good answer. You know, why you doing anything to exclude? And that's what gets me about the whole thing. Why you do anything to exclude? You ought to be trying to bring everybody in and tell them this is peace, this is love, but nope. No, I'm off on a tangent. Excuse me.
It's all good, man. Well, you know what? Speaking of tangents, that's what, when people ask me people ask me all the time, well, what genre of metal do you like? I'm like, what do you mean genre? I said, I like all metal. If it sounds good, I listen to it. That's all I care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't stick me with labels, because I don't want it.
Well, and you'll hear that in a lot of my music too. I mean, we don't get stuck down. To one thing. One song will be kind of heavy. The next song you'll be like, that's a country song. I even wrote a ballad in 3-4 times. Boom, bum, da, you can do a waltz to it.
Right.
And that's the reason why I did, because you could do a waltz to it. And it's a really good song, but I hate it when people try to put a pin on you to label you so that they can identify with you, when all they have to do is close their mind and listen.
Exactly. And like I said, you either like it or you don't. If you don't like it, turn it off. If you do, then crank it up.
Yeah. It's hard to, sit there and say, I listen to this and that's that, and I won't listen to anything else because you limit yourself. And I think it's bad to limit yourself in anything.
Yep.
Because you will find beauty in everything if you step back and go, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep. So, back to the band. We'll get back on off our tangents here. What How'd you come up with the name Double Standard for the band? Where'd that come from?
We just are sick of the double standards. How the rich are, keeping the poor man separated. How they're keeping us divided by weird little, who cares what a color person is? Who cares if they get married? We're tired of these double standards, and we're tired of these people telling us how we're supposed to live while they live like heathens themselves.
Right.
Having people shove their stuff in our face and expecting us to buy it all the time just because it's over and over and over again. But unfortunately, that's what's happening, and that's where the name come from. I'm sorry, I went on another tangent.
That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate it. I like to know the stories behind things, so very good.
Yeah, it's politically based. And the picture that pops up on the screen while we're playing, that's not actually us. I don't know who them guys are, but we've been double standard for a long time. But the thing is, we don't really worry about it because we're not just double standard. We're the double standard, and we've been around for a long time.
Yep, very cool, man.
A few bands have popped up as double standard, and we're like, look at them. And, we'll watch them for a little bit, and they'll disappear. They'll fade away. They'll go away. You're like, okay, bye.
Right. Yeah, those pictures that pop up in that playlist on the website, they just pull from the internet, and it just, usually it gets it right, but sometimes it doesn't.
Michael put it up as a recording artist double standard. If that pops up, then it'll suck our picture up there. But I don't know why he did that, but when he put it on the website, he put it on us as recording artist double standard. But it's been that way forever and a day, and people visit the site, and the Facebook site's brand new.
Well, and actually, this leads into the next thing I was going to ask. Go ahead and mention the different social places people can go to find out more about you guys.
Well, excuse me. You can go to the Facebook, Recording Artist Double Standard. You can go to our Reverb Nation, Recording Artist Double Standard. And if you want to check out some underground kind of hidden things that I get in trouble for if I release these things, you can go to Keith Dunaway at my MySpace, and you can check out some even more stuff. Okay, cool. Those are all good places, and we'll keep pushing the links on through the chat too when I'm playing your stuff, like I try to do. So. I really appreciate that too, because like I said, like I was telling my drummers, that there are people listening to this from all over the world. Right. bands from Germany and Italy and, Croatia and all over the place, putting their music up on this beautiful outlet for original music. And I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, I talked to a band in Italy before you called me today.
Wasn't it nice?
I love the metal world. It's one big huge family. It doesn't matter where you come, what country you're from.
Yeah.
It's all one big common bond.
Yeah, I love that too. And then just mentioning metal, and you can always find a band that you'll agree on.
Yep.
With any of the fans, you can find a band. If you go back far enough to the roots, you can go, yeah, I do turn me on to it too. And I think that's pretty cool about it as well. Even if people who are into putting labels on their music, even if you go do that with them, you'll still find the common ground to stand on.
Right. I'm real easy. All you got to do is say you like Megadeth, and I'm a friend.
Yeah. See. Another thing I do is I'll post in our heavy metal group, Metal Revolution.
Right.
A lot of people know I post a lot of old school stuff. But I think, for every new band that's coming up, there's still your old bands that still need your support. They still need your love. And, so, yeah, you share away with them too. But also, keep your local bands in your heart. But don't forget your roots. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget to listen to them, because you'll find yourself playing a lot like them.
Yep, very cool. So, if I was to grab your iPod or your MP3 player, or however you listen to music, what would I find you listening today?
Well, you probably find me checking out the Def Leppard Pyromania album.
That's a good album. I love it.
Yeah, man, I just digging through my CD collection yesterday and say, hey, I'm going to put that in Spot. Spot's my truck. And so I throw it in the CD player there and crank it wide open.
So I need to know how you named your truck Spot.
Rust spots, man. There's a spot of rust there. There's a spot of blue paint, and there's a spot of white paint. And most of it's primered over, and it's set underneath the tree, so now it's got black spots on it. I mean, it's just Spot. Okay,
cool, man. The reason my dad had a 78 Chevy growing up that was in similar condition, and he actually repainted it by hand with a paintbrush, and he called it Big Tan.
Hey, speaking at the 78, the Spot's a 77.
Very cool.
I love them old trucks, man. You can still climb up in them and do some work on them.
Yep. Yeah, we sold that old truck to some dude that was, and granted, at the time I lived in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and he finally put it for sale to get another one. And some dude bought it, and he handed me $300, and he said, "I hope it gets me to Florida," because he was driving to Florida with it. Never heard from him again, so I'm hoping he made it.
I had a 78. We were playing a bar in West Virginia, and somebody stole my damn truck right out from in front of the bar. And I don't understand it, because it was the ugliest vehicle on the lot. It was a primer brown, and it was so ugly we called it Turkey Turd. It was ugly. And somebody stole that baby, and then it's like a big hole opened up in West Virginia and swallowed it. It disappeared and was never found again.
Craziness. It was taken away for parts.
Yeah, I reckon, assholes. They had a blog on our webpage. We had a Budweiser page, because we represent Budweiser as well. And they gave us some web pages, and they were on their blogging about how much shit they stole off of us. Even stole this guitar shoe one night.
Jeez.
Which I thought that was particularly funny.
Right.
They're like, yeah, I stole a pick. I stole a shirt. I stole a CD. I stole the guitar shoes. Hey, man, I need that shoe.
Give me my shoe back.
The world is strange sometimes, man. They had a good old time chatting about it, and we're like, hey, man, we could use that.
Right.
You bought it, asshole.
Oh, Lordy.
Pick, shit like that, we keep that. When you start taking a man's shoe in his truck, come on, people.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
But here, you hear about the worst case scenarios where they steal guitars and amps and Yeah, it's easy to do because at the end of the night, you're just throwing shit in the back of the truck. You wore out. You want to go home.
Right.
Yeah, and
yeah, every once in a while I'll see somebody post on Facebook, you know, we did a gig last night. Somebody took our guitar. If you see it, please let us know. I'm like, what?
I know. It's like if you're in a band and you steal somebody else's equipment, I hope you never do a goddamn thing ever. And you probably won't. Thieving bastards. Of course, you know, Nikki Sixx being excluded.
Well, yeah, I hope whoever they stole it from finds them and beats them with it.
No, yeah, we've had guitars stolen too, man. I've lost a Explorer and a Epiphone Strat, which was really pretty damn good for, you know, a copy. And had both them son of bitches stolen.
Craziness.
Yeah, the guitars we was playing with at the time had a 76 Les Paul Deluxe. Beautiful sound, a little clear. Had it stolen at the same time. Just rolled up there and stole all our shit out of the back of the truck. Amplifiers, guitars, oh shit.
Apparently they thought they needed it more than you.
Yeah, and I need something more than I do. That's an ass whooping.
Exactly. So, so what do you guys do to relax when you're not playing shows and everything? What do you guys do to chill?
Smoke copious amounts of pot.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. And drink beer. And just mostly just chill out, relax, and think about music. I spend a good bit of my day listening to music. Trying out new bands, reposting the old ones, and doing schoolwork.
Very cool. Yeah, I spend a large part of my day listening to new music too. I get so much sent in, it's craziness, man.
And, you know, a lot of times in my off times when I'm relaxing, I'm still listening to, you know, what we're producing in the studio and trying to, I not say that I'm trying to pick a direction with it because, you know, I'm happy with what we're doing, but, you know, to make it just a little bit more congruent.
Right. So, speaking of that again, what's you guys' creative process for writing music and getting this stuff ready to take to the studio? Is there just one of yous that kind of does all that, or you guys got to do a collaborative effort? How do you do that?
One of us will bring an idea in, because it's at least it's easier for me to write lyrics and come up with a melody and things. Now, once I get it there, everything's up for option. But while I'm, you know, sitting here at the house, I'll have the J45 out, and I'll be, you know, running through riffs and then, you know, thinking of lyrics to come along with the songs. Then I'll bring them in there and play the song, and, you know, everybody will jump on it and throw their 2 cents worth in. Because once you bring music to a group and allow them to, you know, experiment with your music, it becomes everybody's. And once you know, release it for the world to hear, it becomes the world's.
Right. And how long do you think it's going to take to get the current album you're working on fully done?
Well, I mean, I'm listening to final tracks of 11 right now. You know, stuff that's, you know, like I said, never been heard, and I'm, you know, listening to it, seeing whether I want to release it like that and find other things to put into it. Oh, I'm saying, but definitely before December.
Oh, yeah, cool. And once it's done and out there, where are you going to have it for people to purchase if they want?
I'm going to set up a Amazon account and see if I can get it through Amazon. And then the old-fashioned way is to get out there and play shows and have it ready on hand for when people say, "You got that for sale?" Yes, I do. But that seems like it's the best way for people to make money playing anymore is to actually play. I mean, it seems like the boom of, you know, somebody make a record and you expect that record to make X amount of money by somebody just merely promoting it is history.
Yeah, those days are pretty much gone. Industry's pretty crazy these days.
But if you can do it online and make it look as good as you can, I mean, you can do some good with it, at least cover your production costs. I mean, it just got really ridiculous back in the day. You know, people able to buy Jaguars and shit like that off selling an album. I'm glad they were able to do it, but at the same time, you know, that excess and weirdness just killed the industry.
Right, definitely. Do you guys
There
have
wasn't enough love being spread around to the other bands to keep it rolling. You know, and it's still this way today. Once they find somebody that they really like, the record companies will promote the piss out of them and even subliminally throw that shit in your mind. That's what I'm telling you, people. Unplug. Turn the fucking TV off.
Yes.
Listen to Rock Addict Radio.
That's right. Don't listen to Justin Bieber.
Kill Justin Bieber.
Don't listen to Nickelback.
Hold on. No, what's wrong with Nickelback?
Nickelback, that's nasty. Pop rock, man. No, thank you.
But they had to come from somewhere. They were just writing music that they liked. I mean, it reminds me of the whole thing when Def Leppard released Hysteria. Now, I was diehard metal, and when they released Def Leppard Hysteria, all the yuppies come out of the woodwork and started liking heavy metal.
Right.
It pissed me off so bad because I got my ass kicked the year before for listening to Twisted Sister, and this dickhead's going to jump on Hysteria and go, that's the shit.
Right.
And I think it's the same. And the thing is when somebody brought Hysteria to the house in 94, years after it's been released, and played it, I'm like, you know, that's not bad at all.
Right. Uh-huh.
It really isn't. And, you know, I listen to the different layers in songs like Photograph. Oh, goddamn, all the layers of ear candy in there. It sounds beautiful. Overproduced, but it's beautiful music.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just my opinion, you know, in any way, because, like I said, it reminds me of Hysteria so bad, the whole syndrome.
It's a syndrome, all right. You got that.
It's like, oh, God, I ain't listening to that because everybody listens to it. You know, it's like, it's not that everybody's always wrong.
Well, and, you know, that's the biggest thing I love about this station and the show I do is that's all I play is unsigned bands or small bands that are on small little record labels that most of the world has never heard. And there's a lot of great music out there that the world doesn't get to hear, and that's why I like to play it, to try to get so some people can hear it.
Rock on, man.
You don't get stuck with all this mainstream crap. So that's my tangent.
Rock on, man. Man, you know, we the little guys appreciate it.
So, okay. So what God, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. What do you guys think sets you apart from all the other bands out there? Why should people come to your shows? Why should people listen to you?
Well, because they're not going to just hear one style of anything. Because if you come to our shows, you're going to love music because we're going to play something kind of ear candy for all of you. And that's not saying that we just particularly started out writing that way as much as, you know, that's just who we are. That we listen to all kinds of different things. We're exposed to all different kinds of things. You know, we come from a small area that's heavily industrialized, but, you know, people are pretty much peaceful. There's no crime rate. You know, it's a being coming from an area of peace and love, and it transfers to the music, but at the same time, there's undertones of we're being fucked and we know it.
Right.
You know, because our section of Virginia has the highest cancer rate per capita, you know, in Virginia, in the tri-state area.
Is that because of all the industry?
Yeah, from the industry,
yeah.
And there's so many wrongs, there's so much pollution and nastiness going on coming from that place that, you know, it's just depressing. I mean, it does come out, and it does kind of suck the life out of you, know, that, you know, there's really nothing to do except go there and know that you're polluting because there's just no other real jobs.
Right.
You know, so everything else around here pretty much revolves off of that. You know, it's pretty vicious.
So so back to you guys, you know, and shows and stuff. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a show you've done? Besides stuff being stolen.
All right, well, I can. Would that be the stripper club show? Man, that was really, really nice. We used to set our drums on fire. Mike used to set his drums on fire and engulf them in flame.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, we'd start the fog machine up, set the thing on fire, and we had this trough down there. We fill up full of lighter fluid, and he dipped these cotton balls in alcohol and slid them on top of the threads where you do your cymbals, and we lit that thing on fire. And we did that until Whitesnake burnt down their club, and we weren't allowed to do that anymore for some reason.
Gee, yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But I'd have to say the stripper show was probably the most amazing event of my life. I don't know. I don't even know why we got paid. I was smiling from the time I got there to the time I left. And there's a hooker snatched a dollar bill off my nose with her hoochie. Oh, man, it was wonderful.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and, you know, that it was a really good atmosphere. A lot of people there. And, you know, you can't. I wish we'd been able to film because you just can't get a much better show. It looked like Motley Crue up there. We're banging along with strippers rubbing all over us. And so, and then there was this other show we got snowed in at the club. And so, you know, it was like, we're snowed in. This is now a private party. I'm locking the door, so go out to the vehicle and get your paraphernalia. And so I went backstage and got my bong and sat there on stage and did bong hits right there in the bar. That's pretty cool. Sitting on the stage, people come up, hey, man, I'm your buddy.
Yeah, right. Everybody's your friend now.
And then there was, you know, the time that we give out these real little itty-bitty tank tops, tiny tank tops. And we did it as a lark, and this big girl got a hold of one. And she got it on, but when she come out there to the stage, her titties were hanging down, like, to her belly button, and the T-shirt was, like, right up at her collarbone. Oh, love old mullet titties. She was funny. I mean, I've got a million of crazy damn stories, you know, because we play a lot of resorts, ski areas, and the bars and the pubs in the surrounding areas. And it's a lot of fun. We're getting ready to head into our busy season after August. So right now we're getting a set list of some 60 songs, 60 to 70 songs.
Dang.
I mean, you got to be prepared for any eventuality.
Right.
Some nights you get there and you get, you know, weathered in, and you just stay there and play the next night too. And so you got to have enough music to cover 2 nights if you have to.
Right. Very cool.
But yeah, we can bang them out pretty quick. Yeah, doing. And one of the things I really like about playing in this area is that, like I said, it's the Bible Belt. It's, you know, it's a heavy country kind of place. There's a few pockets of resistance here and there, but for the most part, these are good, honest, God-fearing people, and they like their country music. You know, so what I really like is taking, you know, rock and roll, punk, and metal, and taking it out to these dark woods places and watching the motherfuckers cringe. No, I'm just kidding. You know, getting these people that are typically country going, I remember that shit. Hell yeah, and throwing their hands up. And we're playing, you know, a pretty eclectic set list. You know, everything from, you know, Black Sabbath to, you know, Tommy Two Tones, Jenny. You know, and them throwing our own original stuff there in the middle. And it's really nice to hear people, you know, requesting your stuff back. And that's doing it the old-fashioned way, you know.
Right.
Putting your tires on the pavement. I know that within a 3-year period, I put 200,000 miles on my little van.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, play anywhere. Fuck it, let's go. Yeah, caravan, 4 vans, down the road.
Well, you got to do what you got to do to make it work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're in better shape this time around. We got a big box van, and you know, it's got a place in the front where we put, you know, it's open up the door in the back. Mexican hideout van.
Nice.
And we can, so we'll be able to take one vehicle, get all our stuff and the whole show on there, and everybody be able to hop in and ride.
Excellent.
That way, if we're stuck together, we're stuck together. Yeah. Don't get mad and leave nobody.
Right.
And being a 3-piece, you better not do that anyway.
Yeah, that might make kind of tough.
Yeah, man, unless you plan on riding home. So, I mean, but we have a whole lot of fun. It's been a whole lot of fun. And, yeah, Double Standard's going to be there around for the future, too. Yeah, we're going to be around beating and banging. Don't give a damn, you know, how long we are. We're going to be there.
Right, good. And I tell you what, I really look forward to this album coming out. I can't wait to hear it. So. Well,
yeah, we're giving you some excerpts off of it here and there, but I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff off the first album for you to jam as well.
Okay, very good.
That's already released, and it won't hurt a thing. But, want to save some surprises for the album as far as the new one's concerned.
Right.
But there's a pretty sick jam on there. Like I said, it's a weird combination of happy and sad, and I just love doing the music and playing the shows, and we're wide fucking open. We'll do anything to get you up off your ass. Up to and including run up to the chair and kick it out from underneath of you. Been known to do that.
I like it.
Well, oh man, there's so many stories, but I'll save them for later, I reckon. I'll type them. Join us in the chat room. I'm Dark Black Death Dude. I'll tell you some sickness.
That's right. And he will too, I can attest. Okay, so when you guys are getting ready to do a gig, who spends the most time in front of the mirror?
Mirror? That's definitely not. That's Mike. Mike's got to be the pretty guy. I could get up out of bed and then walk up on stage and give a damn less, which I probably ought to care a little bit more about, but that's just not me. Yeah, I'm an off the rack kind of guy. And the only thing I will not do is I will not advertise. No Budweiser shirt for me.
Oh, come on now. No free advertising? Jeez.
No, man. Y'all like Skulls and Crossbones. If you can put your name on there with some Skulls and Crossbones, like the Rock Addict Radio shirt. Now did you get one of those?
I do not have one yet, no.
Oh, man, them things look tough.
Just, yeah, I need to talk to Renee about that.
Yeah.
So what's up with that?
Hey, Renee. Avid listeners and a DJ right here. And we could use one of them shirts, huh?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Anything else you want to tell the world about Double Standard that I haven't asked?
I don't know. I just want to tell the world that Double Standard is coming. You don't know what you're going to hear. You don't know what to expect, but we're coming. We're coming to a town near you. We're coming to a town near you. Coming to a town near you. And everybody around the world, we're coming to a town near you soon.
That's right. And, yeah, Rock Addict Radio, you'll get to hear them, because I play them a lot. Okay.
Rock on.
One last thing to ask. I always ask the bands to make radio tags for me so I can play those before I play the tunes. So I need a couple of radio tags from you, my brother.
All right, sure.
So the first one, go ahead and say, this is Keith from Double Standard, and you're listening to rockaddictradio.com. And you can say it whenever you're ready.
This is Keith from Double Standard, and you're listening to rockaddictradio.com.
Very good. And then the second one, same thing, but, I have to have one for myself, so you need to throw in there DJ REM.
All right. This is Keith Dunaway of Double Standard, and you're listening to DJ REM on rockaddictradio.com.
Ah, that was awesome, dude. I appreciate it a ton.
Yeah, man. I could do a Dark Black Death Dude one for you, too.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, this is Dark Black Death Dude, and you're listening to DJ REM on rockaddictradio.com.
That was awesome. Very good. Very good.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. You have a wonderful afternoon, unless you want to chat some more, but...
Yep. No, I'm going to let you go. Actually, in 20 minutes, I have a... do you know that... the Commander-in-Chief that I play?
Yeah.
I'm interviewing her in about 20 minutes.
Ooh.
She's calling me from London, so...
Nice. So when are you going to air this?
This will be... What I'll do is probably tomorrow I will upload it to YouTube, and then I'll just spread the word and share it. I find that... I used to play them back on my show, but they get a lot more hits when I put them on YouTube and spread the link, so...
All right.
I will send you the link once I have it all set up. I have to make like a little flyer for it first, and I'll probably do that tonight or tomorrow. And
Absolutely, man.
And I'll get it uploaded, and then we share. And yeah, my YouTube page is up over 3,000 hits now, so we're rolling along.
Hell yeah.
So
that's so nice.
It definitely gets, and that's why I do the YouTube thing, because YouTube they just get a lot more listens if I put it on YouTube. So.
And like I said, we from the bands, we certainly appreciate it. Because
Yep.
I've had my stuff on the first album. I had every song on it played. But every song to come on, I got it. I jumped up and down and said, that's my shit.
Every
single time.
That's right.
And every single time of the day, it's like, hell yeah, man, check that out. They're playing Free Ride.
Yeah, that's a good tune too, Guy. Very
I
good.
love it, man. That's a fun song to play live too.
So make sure you tell the other guys that I said hi, please, and tell them I dig you guys. So.
All right, I will. You have a wonderful day, sir.
Okay, man. Take care.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.